everyone, how you're doing? Super. I'm really excited because you know why? I have one of my favorite humans in the world with me today, my Olubusola. Hello, Olubusola. I've been looking forward to this moment where we can both sit and chat. Let me tell you something. Olubusola is my auntie. She's my mommy in Newcastle. But what's more important is Olubusola is my friend. Yes, she's my friend. Yeah, she's my friend. I know some people be like, can she be your friend? Nah, because in my culture, there are two things Olubusola can be to me. My mom or my auntie. But I can say with my full chest. That's what we say back home, we are very confident. Olubusola is my friend.
Yeah.
And I've got lots to say. Yeah, she still plays those auntie and motherly role in my life. Now let me make people jealous a little bit. And Olubusola will call me, girl, what time is dinner? I was like 6 o'clock. Don't worry, I've got dinner prepared. She'll make food different. You know what they say? Set a table before us in the presence of my, but this time it's not my enemies because it's in the presence of my family. And so now I will bring different dishes and I will just chill and I will just eat. And it's been wonderful knowing her all these years. So when I talk about relationships,
If I decide to retaliate now that you're saying all of this and I begin to say the things that Pewe does, should I?
No.
Okay, let me say for another
time. So when I thought about talking about building relationship, there was no other person to start this series than Olubusola herself.
Oh.
So I'm just going to let Olubusola introduce herself. Now she's Olubusola Eshiet. And before I forget, before we even go any further, she has a YouTube channel as well. I don't want to forget, that's very important to this meeting. Now Olubusola's YouTube channel, trust me, go there. It's called Blossom with Busola. If you will thank me later. Just go there, subscribe. She has so many things about life because she's so keen on people enjoying their life. So friendship, celebrating yourself, think about it. Just go there, subscribe, and you will thank me later. Okay? Right. So, but for the purpose of this interview and just for clarity, I call her Olubusola. So if you hear me calling Olubusola, don't worry, but she's Olubusola Eshiet. So Olubusola, please just introduce yourself a little bit and then we take it from there.
Oh. Okay, she said it. I would have said she said it all. Olubusola Eshiet. People call me Busola, and that's for short, and that's also short and sweet, I would say. And what do you want me to say about myself now? I'm a wife.
A grandma.
Okay. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I'm a grandma. I write books. So I'm an author, and just came up with a book 2 weeks ago. It's called Broken Rhythm.
Oh, I have it here. Oh, okay. No, I'll get it before the end of this stuff.
Okay. The title is Broken Rhythm, and it's the third in the series of non-academic books, because I'm also an academic, so I have quite a number of publications to my name in the academic world. But presently, I enjoy my time writing books, preparing for my YouTube channel,
yes,
like we're doing now, which is a lot of work on its own, but work that we enjoy.
Yeah.
I live in the same city with Akwewe, in Newcastle upon Tyne, with my husband. Children are all gone, so it's just the two of us in our home.
She and her boyfriend.
Yeah, me and my boyfriend. Enjoying our lives. So that's.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, ma. Now, before we start, go get your pen and paper. Because she says, and Sonia says she's an academic, so she's going to school us today. So I've got mine ready. So get yours. I kid you not, you're going to learn so much. And so that it was very important to me this year talking about relationship, because when I said my word for the year was like growing, God expects me to grow in different areas. And one of the first things He's put in my heart this year was to grow in my relationship. And I'm like, ooh, how? And then start becoming clear to me, wanted me to build relationship. And the verse that really that comes to my mind is the story of the widow and Elisha, when the husband is gone and the creditors were coming to take her sons. And then she goes to the prophet, please help me. And he says, okay, what do you have? I've got oil. Like, go get jars from your neighbors, and not just a few. And I'm thinking, if she didn't have a good relationship with her neighbors, how would she? Because he didn't even say borrow. He said not just a few. I'm like, how does this man even know that she has more than one? Like, you know. So he was expecting her to have a good relationship with people around her. Yeah, and so that's what has been in my mind throughout this year. Like, okay, I'm just going to do something about it, and while I'm trying to grow in that area as well, to help other people grow. And if there's one person that I know God, Auntie Busola values her relationship. Auntie Busola has
Sure I
friends. Hi, Auntie Busola has
Sure.
friends. Sometimes, oh God, oh, this person just came in my house this weekend. Another Auntie Busola, her friends mean a lot to her. You have a
Yes,
lot
they
of friends.
do.
And so one of the stuff, the first question I want to ask you, why is building relationships so important to you? Like, why?
Okay. Yes, you said it. I have friends.
A lot.
A lot.
Different generations. Like, just imagine we're not even the same generation, but you have friends younger than me, older than me, you're like across.
Yes, I do have them. Building relationships is very important to me, just as you said. One, you said across different generations.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess I may have told you once that I don't know how long I'm going to be here for, but I love to have the older ones. So I have friends who are much older than I am, that I call mommy and can be as old as my mom, and we can relate. We chat freely, and I learn from them. They also say they learn from me, just as I learn from you always. And then I have people in my category, and then across, and then I have people who are as young as my children. It helps me to remain relevant. If I
Relevance.
Yes. If I insist on being my age and relating with only people of my age, I wouldn't know what people in other generations know. So I love to be friends with younger, even much younger people, and of course those that I've grown up with. And why building relationship is very important to me is, I'm not just being philosophical when I say we're not meant to be alone. But I'm one of 7 children. So we're 7.
Yeah.
And I have a very close relationship with
Your siblings.
my siblings. And then I've always had friends. You say who hasn't always? Well, let me say I've always held on to my friends, like being very close and continuing the relationship. I enjoy it. That's why it's important to me.
You're enjoying it, you think?
Yes.
Yeah. that's the thing.
I enjoy it. I enjoy having people in my space. I love it when people gather, physically or even virtually. There's always someone to call. There's always someone I'm calling. And also, I feel growing up and getting to know the Lord Jesus Christ, I feel a calling to be a daughter of encouragement. I always say that.
Purpose there.
Yes, right. Just like Barnabas was said to be a child of encouragement or a son of encouragement in the Bible, I became aware of that very early on in my walk with God. And I think that would have been around when I was 16 or 17. So I feel like encouraging people, being close to people, and finding out what's going on in your life today. And
you do that very well.
Thank you. Is there anything I can do here, or can I just listen to you for 2 minutes, or just find out how you're doing? So to me, it's very important that I do that, and I feel that I'm achieving purpose when I do that. I think that's it. So with friends, when I say I don't let go, of course there are people that can't be in one's life for one reason or the other. Maybe things just don't work.
Yeah.
And you let them go. But I'm the kind that would strive,
to
really
maintain
work
it.
at it, to maintain it. And
I think that's a word, because sorry to cut you short there. Some people find it easy to make it. You could be friendly with people, but I think the key word there is maintaining the friendship.
Yeah.
Because you're my friend today, but then 2 days. I think maintenance. So if I just jump into that now, how do you maintain? You have so many friends, Auntie Busola. How are you maintaining all this friendship? How do you keep it going over the years? And
I'll tell you about that. But I'll step back a bit.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
it's okay. About the maintaining thing. Again, I'll bring in a scripture, because Jesus said that all that the Father had given him, he kept. That he didn't lose any. Except the son of perdition. It was Judas. It was meant to be that way, but that he kept all of them. So for me, that scripture means a lot. That every friendship I have is a gift.
Wow.
And it is my role.
Your friendship is
to
a gift.
Maintain that relationship and not let go of it carelessly. If there's a reason things don't work out and we have to go our different ways, that's fine, but it's rare. So I would tell you that my friends, yes, asking how I maintain them. My friends from primary school, I'm still in touch with 2 of them.
Wow.
And those are the 2 that were close to me then. So we're talking of how many years now? I don't want people to start
Calculating your age. Antonia is very young. Forever young.
So I finished primary school in 1976.
Wow.
So the 2 of them that were very close to me then, I still have them.
Wow.
Yes. We communicate. Those were days of no phone.
Yeah.
But we found a way, and when phones came, somehow we managed to reconnect. It could be through the younger brother or younger sister of one of them that we connect to, and then I'm able to reach the others. And then I send messages, I make calls. As you would know, I'm very far from them.
Yeah, exactly.
And then my friend from day 1 secondary school, so that means that was September 1976.
Ooh.
She's still a best friend till now. How did we do that? There were times I schooled very far from home, then to even in Nigeria. I went to Unijos.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
She was in Lagos, and we would find it. We would post letters. We posted letters, and there were times that the letters would get missing or we would misunderstand each other. So there was once she sent me her address where she was, and I went in another direction. So I went home to Lagos, and I thought she meant where she was. For those who might know, is Ijaniki. But she told where she was Akoka, Yaba.
Oh wow.
So I went that way, and by the time I had done the day's trip, and they said there was nobody there. Remember, there were no phones. So there wasn't a way I could call her to confirm where did you say you were? Wow. And I think I didn't have the letter again. So I went back to Jos, which is northern, we're middle belt, almost north, from the south. I went back. How did we maintain? It was by writing again, and she clarified that, oh no, it's not Ijanike, it's Akoka. Do you know how many months again before I went back that way? Maybe another 6 months. And I went to look for her. I look for my friends.
If there's anything I get from there is you are intentional.
Yes.
Intentionality there, because you're looking for, you're deliberate. These things don't happen by chance.
No.
You have to make up your mind to say, and because you said that you just following after Jesus' footsteps. He said all he has is going to keep them. So you're just intentionally keeping your friend. Wow.
And I enjoy it. I have to keep dropping that in. I enjoy it. So with my friends, then talking about maintaining, their children are my children.
Oh, and our friends as well.
Yes. Wow, no, not their children and my children being friends, but their children, I relate to them as my little ones.
Oh, wow.
So they also
they've
relate
got an
to
extra mommy.
Yes, and they also often relate to my children in similar way. So on my own part, I make a point that what is important to them is important to me. So you can imagine what could be more important to someone. Who could be more important to someone than the family? So I relate with their children where it's possible. Also, their husband, how is your husband doing, and show interest in things that interest them.
Wow, that's really interesting. First of all, so far before we go, talk about relevance. And because I want to be relevant, so she makes friends across generations. She enjoys it, and she's fulfilling purpose by being friendly and maintaining and building a relationship. And there's one major thing for me is her intentionality. Sometimes I wish I could have friends. I wish I could build relationship. Wishes don't produce result. I say that a lot of time. You have to be you have to do something. You have to, and that, imagine having a friend travel all the way and all that. Now, we know there's so many positives of having relationship. Just like where you just said, now family, basically friends become family, and they'll always be there for you. Look at the story of the paralytic man. If not that his friends brought him through. So there's so many, we can't overemphasize the importance of having a relationship or friendship, but there's still something, as much as is good, there's still a negative of relationships as well. Some people get maybe they've been betrayed by friends or relationship they've kept, or they've had previous experience is probably the way they grew up, and they're like, okay, you know what, I'm not having friends anymore. And so they tend to like just build a wall or build a barrier around and become like an island and by themselves. But we know that in itself is not good, just being by yourself. But then they have all this hurt they are carrying from past or previous experience. What advice would you give to someone that's in that position right now? Because I know some people are like, man, when it comes to friendship, I don't do friends because, man, friends, they've been backstabbed or they've lost trust, you know. So if someone like watching right now is not kind of, they're like, oh, this woman just saying she's just lucky with friends. Yeah, that's what you know, when you've had a bad experience, like, oh, until you walk in my shoes, you don't know, yeah, she's just lucky with friends. How would you advise somebody like that to have a rethink on building relationship again?
I've had bad experiences in friendship. Yeah, I've had. Let me just give an example of, and this is not theory. This is something that happened.
Oh, wow.
You know, a friend that today you are together, you talked, you ate, you went out, and you did all the things you normally do. Then tomorrow, you turn up in the person's house, and they're giving you stares like attitude, and like you say, you're wondering what's the matter, and the kind that I would want to ask you immediately, what's the problem? I noticed, and the person says nothing, or you should know.
Wow.
You mean you don't know? And I don't know, what's the problem? And then it continues, so you call and the person answers, but you know it's giving you very monosyllables. Cool. Yes, okay. Yes. And then you go to their house again. You know, like I say, when you say you don't want to lose a friend, so you are doing everything possible. So yeah. I go to the house again, and the person, you're welcome, okay. And then you stand to go, and the person sees, you know, you stand, and the person doesn't even stand, doesn't just say, okay. Then I prayed, I cried. Wow. I said, what is the problem? I don't know what I've done here.
Exactly, yeah. I'm
meant to be an encourager to this person, to people, and to be a testimony in our relationship, to be examples to people. What is the problem, and what do I have to say about this relationship? Yeah. I don't even know what the matter is. And then that's just it. I never found out what it was.
Wow.
Never. I did all I could. I'll get up, I'll drive down there, I'll talk to the person, I'll call on phone. It hurt. Very, very painful. Because I'm talking about someone you have opened your heart to. Your home.
I think because you did not know the reason why.
Yeah. So you've not held anything back from this person. And to be, you know, we didn't hold anything back from each other, I would say, but I didn't hold anything back from her, and I think she was also that genuine towards me. And just when I'm talking like to you, I never knew what the problem was. So that's just one example. I've had other examples of feeling betrayed, feeling used. But you ask me what I do? Forgive. Quickly.
Quickly.
Yes.
Don't deliberate on it.
No. Forgive quickly.
So forgive quickly.
And it doesn't depend on the person coming to apologize, because like the example I've given, I never knew what, and there was never any apology. But I forgave and kept my mind open.
Yeah, forgiving for yourself, really, not because of the other person.
Sure. Sure. And I kept my mind open that if she ever comes back
again. Yeah, but if she had come back to you without actually telling you what happened, would you still be as close to her as you would have been, or there would be like some barrier? Because it can't be the same again, can it?
Okay. You want?
I mean, it would depend on different reasons, though. I suppose it would depend on different things.
Let me tell you about an experience I've had that is similar, just like the one I've told you now, and maybe about 3 or 4 or even 6 years later, the person
came back. Oh wow!
I saw a message from the person. I don't know whether it was Facebook or something. Just like, "How are you?"
Wow!
And I responded. Because I had kept an open mind. I've told you it hurts. It hurts me deeply. Because when you love deeply, you also hurt deeply.
Yeah.
So, and how are you? I said, fine. And, you know, gradually I saw that the person was doing a comeback.
Oh.
And at first, I was like, okay, what's happening here? And what questions am I to ask now?
Exactly.
Is this person going to tell me, oh, this was for this reason, this was
Mm-hmm.
what happened? And it wasn't coming. I prayed about it, and I didn't feel like asking, so what happened? Do you want me to tell you something, Akwe?
Yeah.
When we go to God and ask Him to forgive us, He doesn't ask us, so what happened? Or have you now come back to me? He just does.
Open arms.
Yes, you're welcome. The blood of Jesus. You are forgiven. You are cleansed. And the prodigal son was trying to explain to the dad what happened, and the father said,
It doesn't matter.
Wow. So that was the attitude I had. It is the grace of God, but it is a mindset. It was a keeping of my mind open. That if this happens, this is what I would do. And we are very good friends now.
Wow.
Very good friends, and there has never been any explanation.
Oh, wow.
You want to ask me, didn't I feel like? I felt like knowing.
Yeah.
I felt okay. So I did feel like knowing what happened.
What happened, exactly.
But since it wasn't coming, I just prayed, and sometimes it will come to my mind, and I will say, no, the person is not talking about it. So it's not necessary. And it's been about, it's been a couple of years since we came back together, and we are very close.
So basically what I got from what you just said is really for people who's been hurt or who've had bad experiences with friendship is to really first of all have an open mind, forgive, and just be like Jesus. Really think about what would Jesus do in that scenario. So you can't just keep being like an island. I'm not going to be among people anymore. Make relationship because some one person.
You hurt yourself. Because you're not meant to be on your own. You need people. You need people. You need friends. I can't imagine staying on my own and saying, no, I'm not going to make friends again. Then that person will just be hurting themselves.
We need friends. We need friends. That's a good place to close. We need friends. Right. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I don't want to end, but it has to end. What's your final advice in closing about friendship and relationship, really? So someone just like a key point, a take home, final one.
Make friends, keep making friends, and keep keeping your friends.
Make friends, keep making friends, and keep keeping your friends. Yeah. So Angela, thank you so much for today. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for choosing me, like this small girl.
I'm so glad you're my friend too. Thank you.
To be a friend, you've been an awesome friend, awesome auntie, awesome mommy in this Newcastle, awesome grandma, awesome mother-in-law. But most importantly, thank you for being my friend. I like when you call me Aburo. Aburo means my younger sister. I like when you call me girl. Hey friend. She goes, hey friend, hey girl. and I hope I've been half of a good friend to you as much as you've been to me.
You have been an amazing friend. Thank you too for being my friend.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm not saying Auntie Busola has to be auntie. Thank you for being my friend.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you very much for watching. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up.
Give it a thumbs up.
Click.
Show some love.
And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click on the subscribe button there and hit the notification bell. There'll be something here that will bless you every Wednesday.
Always.
Wednesday. And I'll see you next Wednesday with another episode of this building relationship series. Okay? Bye. And God bless you.